I would always walk into the toilet and I would see shitty toilet paper like stuck to the ceiling, and I would think, who has done this?
This guy, okay, he's paying $9,000 a year to get uni.
It's unbelievable.
It's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pull your socks up and do the fucking work. Otherwise,
you sound
what's the point?
sarcastic, right?
No, I mean it. She just left me in the bath with this shit, and then for some reason I ate it.
Oh no!
For some reason I ate it, and I don't know why. I to this day, I mean, look, I was 4 years old.
Used to love the texture. Now I hate it because it's just dirty bath water. You're sucking on it.
Oh.
Like, now when I look back on it, it's just like, ugh.
She's got a fucking weird thing about wiping her ass with his socks. His dirty gym socks.
My ex-boyfriend never washed his hands after taking a dump. He informed me that he only washed his hands if either his fingers or palm of his hands smell like shit. Broke up literally days after this. I still have images in my head of him smelling his shit-covered hands. That is bad. That is terrible. That is. I'm sorry.
Imagine going.
Oh!
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Look, I understand it, right? Actually, no, I don't understand it, but that sounds wrong. But like, you can be very careful with it so that there's no shit that touches your hands. But it's still just protocol. It's just common knowledge. Wash your fucking hands. Germs find a way. That's just not. No, man. No. I mean, how lazy can you be that you can't be asked to wash your hands after doing a shit? That's terrible. That's so bad.
He won't grow out that habit as well, because that's obviously like a full-grown guy.
What? And why? That's just complicated. So you have to then go through the whole thing of like sniffing your hand and seeing there's shit on it and stuff. No, there's something wrong with that guy, man.
Imagine being in like a public toilet and see some guy come out and he's just there like,
figure it out.
This is why public toilet, for men at least, they're just fucking disgusting.
Public toilets are disgusting. They're one of the worst places in the world. I hate them.
But women's toilet, actually no, women's are probably worse. I've just thought actually.
You think? Like, remember at school?
Because like I remember stories from girls like bloody tampons like thrown.
What is wrong with these people?
Do you remember like how there was like wet toilet tissue and like shit on the wall in ours?
Yeah.
For the girls one, apparently that was like bloody tampons.
I'm sorry.
Like, stick.
I would always walk into the toilet and I would see shitty toilet paper like stuck to the ceiling, and I would think, who has done this?
Do you know? Someone said it to me like, right, if the shit's up there, they haven't obviously shat on the wall. They've obviously shat into a tissue.
Yeah.
And then rubbed it in.
What?
With their hands
and they're doing it for like a funny joke. Like,
but it's not.
It's hilarious.
That's weird. If
like,
I walked into a toilet and saw someone doing that, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
This isn't just like the case of like, young kids. Young kids will be young and free. They're silly. It's like, this is demented. This is sick and twisted. It's shit. And then you walk into public toilets as well. Even now, like you go to a pub and there's like piss on the floors, and you have to like pull up your trousers.
I think that's. Do you know what though? Like that's why I always ask you. Like when I've come to your house today.
Yeah.
Actually, I take off my shoes because, like, think if you go into like a toilet like that and you're stepping on all that piss, there's like fucking all that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
that's why I always ask you.
At least not when it seeps through the socks as well.
What do you mean socks? How is it seeping through socks?
No, when it's like a pool of piss. No, but like one thing I will say is that quite a lot of the time, and this is me just being completely honest because it's what I think we should be in this show is completely honest. A lot of the time when
you pissed on the floor and created a pool just for your
just to see how it looks. No, like I probably more often than not I don't wash my hands after doing a piss.
Oh, come
and
on.
I think it's just because like my dick is clean. I've got a clean dick, and also I think it's quite backwards really because if you think about it, rather than like washing your hands after you do a piss, don't you think it makes more sense to wash your hands before? Because you're touching your dick and you've got like these grubby hands and then you touch your dick and you're just making your dick dirty.
I have done that, like, let's say, like, I have done that before, but not like hands are like clear.
Yeah.
Like, if I've eaten like, I don't know, like a sticky barbecue burger, like, you know, we've been at like Weatherspoons and I eat like, I have like a barbecue burger and like my hands all barbecuey.
God, yeah.
I won't then like touch my dick.
So then you wash it before, yeah. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want a barbecue dick.
Barbecue dick even stickier than it is already.
It is already.
I nearly grabbed the vape. Look, if I vape on this episode, I want you to do something. I don't know
Slap
what it is.
you.
Yeah,
Kick your ankle.
So going off of what you said about your girlfriend,
I'm not the guy with the shitty hands.
the girl who split up with that guy, right? This is a guy who had a similar issue where, like, he found out something weird about his girlfriend, and he decided to share it with the world. So I found my gym socks in the garbage covered in shit.
Oh.
I asked my girlfriend about it, right? She started yelling at me and crying, and she left. I don't even know where to start with this. Like, I'm dumbfounded. She just stormed out of the house, and I'm sitting in the bed asking myself a lot of questions. I live a pretty normal life, and I thought so did my girlfriend. We'd been together for a few months, and after things got serious, we moved in together. I'd come back to finish the laundry, and she would have already started it. I always thought it was sweet, and never her job to do it alone. But hey, if it makes her happy to do it all the time, I wouldn't stop her. This is where things take a turn for the weird. I keep all my socks and underwear in the bottom drawer of my dresser. I also go to the gym frequently, so I always keep a good count. This morning, when I went to grab a fresh pair for the gym, I noticed that there are several dress socks, but no gym socks. I went to check the laundry basket and it was empty. I couldn't figure out where all of my gym socks has gone, so I did the very natural thing of asking my girlfriend what happened to them. After all, she is the one who does the laundry all the time. She went silent, turned red, and ran out of the room. When I went after her to see if she was okay, she wouldn't talk to me, so I asked her again, even laughed about it when she looked at me and got mad and said, "I'll buy you new ones." Why is it so why is she running away every time he confronts her about it? It just makes her look suspicious. But he really goes into detail with this story. The first thought that went through my head was that she had somehow managed to destroy my socks while washing them. I thought the sight of that was actually pretty funny, so I joked with her about ruining my socks. Wrong thing to say. She started immediately crying, like full-on sobbing. At this point, I don't care about the socks anymore. I just want to know what's wrong with my girlfriend. I sat down next to her on the bed and put my arm around her and asked her if she was okay. She just kept saying she was sorry that she would buy me new socks. I tried assuring her, saying it was okay, blah, blah, blah. Even went so far as to say I would buy new socks and she didn't have to. I sat with her a few minutes, trying to calm her down, and eventually had to get ready for work. I told her I loved her and got my things together to leave for the day. On my way out, I grabbed the garbage to take outside. When I noticed, I lifted the lid off the garbage can and I noticed a small plastic bag sitting on top of the garbage already in there. I could see through the bag, kind of through the semi-see-through ones. There were socks in the bag. I opened the bag and immediately regretted it. There, inside the bag, were several pairs of gym socks covered in what looked like shit. As soon as the smell hit me, I knew it was shit.
Oh.
We don't have any pets. We don't have any kids. So whose shit was that on my socks, right?
How has it got on there?
Yeah. So as soon as my girlfriend saw the bag, she flipped out and started yelling at me. She said I shouldn't be going through the garbage and that I was disgusting for bringing it back into the house. I asked her to calm down and that I wanted an answer as to why there was shit on my socks. I wasn't blaming her of anything, but she started accusing me of blaming her. That's when it clicked. I don't know what it is that led to me to ask this, but everything leading up to this moment had just been so crazy. I asked her, "Is this your shit?" She started crying again and ran out of the house. I didn't go after her this time. So now I'm sitting on my bed with a bag of shitty socks on the floor and a lot of questions in my head. The only conclusion is that she used them after going to the bathroom, which that alone has its own set of questions above everything else. I sent her a text asking her to come back. She hasn't responded yet. I don't even know what I'm going to say when she gets back. So obviously what's happened is she's got a fucking weird thing about wiping her ass with his socks, his dirty gym socks. So he did an update. He said, I flat out asked her if it was a fetish. It is not a fetish. She confessed to using the socks after going to the bathroom. I found the reason she always does the laundry is because she was hiding the fact that she uses socks to wipe with.
What?
Primarily her own, which is nice, which is her own as well. I had no reason to question the amount of socks she has ever had who pays attention to that kind of thing. She thought I would notice and think it was weird she didn't have any of her own socks. So anyway, his girlfriend I don't know. It doesn't say if he split up with her after this point.
That's weird.
But my question for you is, how would you even interpret that? Like let's imagine she's like this great girlfriend. She's fantastic in every other aspect.
But she just likes.
But she likes to.
I'd be like, right, let's try and sort this out. Let's find a better alternative. Like I have a mate who like he cannot wipe his ass with normal toilet tissue. He has to use like flushable wipes.
Oh really?
He can't we'll go like to like a uni friend's house and like he'll bring like a whole pack of like flushable wipes with him.
I kind of feel that. I kind of understand that because I feel like it's a lot cleaner when you have flushable wipes.
Yeah, and I think that's why he does it. I think he is.
But like I can do it with tissue.
He is Iranian, but I don't know if that's like.
Yeah, maybe there are B-days there. You know,
but he's from here, but like I don't know,
I see.
it's like his family influence sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. So, but what kind of agreement could you come up with your girlfriend and she get wiping her ass?
Like, have you ever had?
And it's your dirty gym socks.
Have you ever had a safety wank with
disgusting.
a sock?
No, I don't understand that.
I haven't.
Have you ever done that?
No, but I don't understand that either.
Sorry, what is a safety wank?
Where it was kind of self-explanatory.
What was the safety?
Well, the sock's gonna fucking stop.
Oh, so it doesn't go splatter everywhere.
Yeah, and it just like it's in the sock nice and neat.
Oh
and then
no! But imagine it's like your used sock. Like you've just peeled it off at the end of the day. Be like, oh yeah, all right, I'll use this. It's like, I don't understand that. Just aim it properly, man. You don't need a sock. Oh,
I don't know.
No.
Why would you like the feel of that? And you're like
dirty your boyfriend. I mean. It's the question of whether that would be a deal breaker. Like, if you found that out after your about your girlfriend, and it's like, well, how can we go forward with this? I'm just never going to have any socks.
Like if it's like
what about her sock situation?
My socks, like, yeah, there's a deal breaker, but it's not like harming anyone, but it is weird. It is really fucked up.
Yeah, and it's just.
So I feel like if they're doing that, what other things are they doing, sort of thing?
Yeah. Oh, it's so fucking weird. This is what I mean. People are so weird. People have so many weird obsessions with things, you know. There are some things that I kind of understand. Like people who like put things in their mouths and chew them because they have kind of like cool textures. I used to have like a kind of thing where.
But isn't it like I've cringed right now because I thought of something I used to do. So when I was younger, yeah. I don't know why I'd love this like taste. Have you ever like sucked on a cold? Sorry,
carry on.
Have you ever sucked on a wet flannel like in the bath?
Probably.
So when I was like 3 or 4 or something, I just remember like I don't know why, but I used to love the texture. Now I hate it because it's just dirty bath water. You're sucking on. Now when I look back on it, it's just like and it's like that texture now. Oh
my god, you're bringing back memories from me. I think I used to do that.
Yeah, I don't know why loads of kids do it. Like,
it's just like a nice feeling.
Yeah, I remember one of my neighbours. I think her daughter did it. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
it makes me cringe.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, but it's like, we all do weird things.
It's like sucking through your clothes sort of thing. Like
I used to.
Taste.
You've just brought back a memory for me. So I remember kind of around age 7, 8, something like that. There used to be loads of adverts on the TV about germs. And like how they find a way and how we don't see them and they're kind of like invisible, you know. And it was like a really good episode to get like a really good advert that kind of depicted how like they spread, you know, so that it's put on a door handle, then someone grabs it, then someone shakes their hand, then someone presses a button in the lift, and then someone presses that button.
It's like that thing,
gets passed on.
Sneezing and catching it in a tissue, or like sneezing in your hands,
yeah,
is worse than just sneezing in midair. Because if you sneeze in your hands and you don't
and then
wash
you're using your hands to do stuff,
like, that's why you're taught to do the like dab, sneeze in your elbow.
Yeah, because like if you're in front of someone, it is bad, just like that in front of them. But anyway, so I watched this advert, right?
You sneeze weird.
Yeah.
You almost spit at them as well. I go like...
You go like that, like a little girl. Okay. Like that. You know how girls go, they hold it and they go...
Yeah, I try and hold it, but I go like...
I go like that.
Yeah, and then I spit at them as well. And
I think about it and I'm like, I really didn't need to make that noise. Yeah. But I feel like that's just a manly way of doing it. Like,
chuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. But anyway, so this advert really got me paranoid about germs, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember we had lessons about germs, about how they can go underneath your fingernails and they can.
Can they?
Yeah, of course they can. Like dirt and stuff goes underneath your fingernails, so it's good to like cut them.
So when you
like...
wash your hands, I use one of those like brushes.
Really? Every time you wash your hands?
Not,
What, you go like
not
that? You
every
scrub
time,
through
but
the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that's why you shouldn't pick your bite your nails.
And you
But then
eat your nails, don't you?
I do bite my nails, but I actually think it helps with my immunity because, you know, like you should kind of expose yourself to a decent amount of germs anyway to build your immunity.
So when you have a child and they're younger, just throw them in the mud and just let them...
I tell you what, that's actually not the worst advice in the world.
I've got a story relating to mud, but finish off...
Yeah. So it got me more and more paranoid about germs to the point where I would be at school and whenever I heard someone coughing or anything like that or sneezing or any just kind of like I would, this is so disgusting, I would, I don't know why I did this for about a year straight. Anytime someone coughed in my direction, I would like
turn away.
I would spit on my jumper.
Oh, what did you do?
I would spit on my jumper like that because I'd be like,
what?
The germs have come in my mouth. Like I've obviously inhaled them. I don't want to consume them, so they're in my mouth. Okay, let me just spit it on my jumper. Like that. And so after school, I would have all these like patches of spit all over my jumper like that. No word of a lie. And I would be embarrassed about it, but I couldn't help it. It was like it was a weird
carry
thing.
a handkerchief.
Yeah, why didn't I just do that? Why didn't I just do that?
I used to have a handkerchief when I was like,
did you?
younger. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine you
Didn't
being
really
a little
use
bit.
them though, because I thought like blowing
That's
your
like
nose
an old
into
person sort of thing. Yeah. But anyway, my mum would have to like talk to the teacher about it and be like, yeah, I'm sorry, he's just a bit weird, like he's got this thing, because they'd be like, why is he wet? He's wet after, like, I would feel it in my jumper, like.
So that's probably why you don't like spitting and stuff, like during sex.
During sex I do like spitting.
Oh, you
I
do?
just don't like spitting. I don't
on other people. It brings back flashbacks of you spitting on yourself.
Yeah, I've got no problem.
Have
with
you ever
people spitting
spat
in
on
my
your
mouth.
dick while having a wank?
No, I've been kind of tempted sometimes when I've not had any lube. What about you?
Never. Why are you thinking about spit?
Just because, like, it's not a big deal.
If you're with like someone else having
Not like-
sex, yeah. I feel like on your own, it's a bit weird.
Well, that's why I've never done it. I was just coming
Yeah.
into my head, you know. But like when I've just not had any lube.
You have wanks of lube. Wait, you circumcised?
The thing is, I'm not circumcised, but my dick looks like it's circumcised. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What about yours? Are you circumcised?
No, I'm
Wait,
not.
what's the way of getting circumcised? Is it when you're like Jewish?
So when you're younger, for like different religions, it's not just Judaism.
Yeah.
Or when you're older and like you can actually get to a point where like your foreskin doesn't like it's not big enough to go around your dick. So if you like did get hard sort of thing, it can like cause like pain.
Really?
So if it gets to that point, they like cut it off.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with me is like my dick has always just looked like it's circumcised, but it's actually not.
What do
Unless
you mean look like?
Well-
Everyone's dick looks like it's circumcised when you pull the foreskin down.
no, but just by itself, you know.
I'm not going to ask you to show me. So I'll
No,
take
wait.
your word for it.
When you're hard, do you have skin that's going over the head?
Yeah, a little bit.
See, mine doesn't.
Oh,
Mine doesn't at all.
so you could probably get like a circumcision and just say like it's really hurting because like look, it doesn't even cover it.
What do people do with that excess skin?
What do you mean? They don't
Do they just
keep
throw it in the bin, or well, you know, it's. I mean, it's a.
It probably
you think
gets
about,
sent off for like bio waste and just gets burnt.
Oh no, but you know, like some people like keep their like
Can you
their
just
placentas
imagine?
and shit. You know, pregnant women, and then they have a kid, and then they keep like the umbilical cord.
It's funny to think that there's like loads of baby foreskins getting burnt every day at the hospital.
That's what I'm saying. I just thought, like, what the hell happens to that? Like, if you think about it, it's a lot of skin. Just like that could be used as something, like a bag or something, because it's got like stretchy.
When you said use of something, I thought you meant like a skin graft, not a fucking bag.
like a handbag. You know, 'cause it's like
A
elastic.
baby foreskin bag. Can we stop the bidding that?
It's like all pubes hanging out of it as well.
You'd get the wrong people buying that.
Yeah.
That should never be made.
Why isn't that part of the fashion? There's so many weird things that happen with
make
fashion.
rings.
Oh no! That was my husband's foreskin. It's now around my finger.
Now
that's so
30
disgusting.
years old.
Oh god, that's so disgusting. But there are people. Oh, what was it? There's another thing. Like, oh yeah, people keep like their wounds,
Yeah.
and then they put them in the fridge and they eat them. You know, because it has like a lot of calcium and proteins and all that sort of stuff.
Just fucking eat. Have some milk.
I don't know, man. It's so weird, isn't it? It's like, why would you do that?
Oh, just thinking it being all slimy.
Yeah, and then people who use like their own vaginal yeast to like make bread and stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry, I don't care how hungry I am, and I don't care how fucking good it is for you
to collect it.
I don't know, man. What, like they're getting like a scoop of and they must have like a yeast infection. I'm sorry, I don't know why we've got onto that. But anyway, yeah, I used to have a weird obsession with that. And have you ever shat in the bath?
No. What, when I was younger?
When you were a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shat in the bath and
what, yesterday?
Yeah. No, like I think when I was like not 8, like maybe like 4 or something like that. And I shat in the bath and like my mum must have scooped it out of the bath and put it on the side of the bath.
Oh, fuck off.
And then what she did was she was like, 1 second, let me go get a bucket. And so when she left me to it, and I remember...
Oh, no.
She just left me in the bath with this shit, and then for some reason I ate it.
Oh, no! No!
For some reason I ate it, and I don't know why. I to this day, I mean, look, I was 4 years old, but granted, even at 4 years old, it's like, why would you do that? Surely I must have had some sort of instinct. My innate brain must have been telling me, don't eat that. Under no circumstances, do not fucking eat that. But I was just like, you know what, fuck it.
You have a weird
I wonder what this tastes like.
Drinking your own piss, eating your own shit.
I ate my own shit. And then what's interesting about that is that I had a dream. I've had a dream a few times where it involved me eating shit. Like maybe, like this is really, really, really crass and crude. But like I had a dream where I was like rimming some girl, right?
Have you actually rimmed someone before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No. But like I wish to one day. No, it was like it was shit around her. This is so disgusting, man. This is so disgusting, but it's true. It's a dream, right? Yeah. Everyone has weird, fucked up dreams. And I was.
I've never had a dream like this.
No, I was rimming this girl, right? And she had shit around her ass, right? And I remember, this is so weird. It was obviously a dream, right? Let's just lay it out there, right?
You
it was a
keep
dream.
on re-announcing that this was obviously a dream. Just makes it sound more suspicious that it wasn't. So I'd say get the fuck on with the story.
Right. Within the dream, I had this
stop saying within the dream.
Real feeling of like tasting it. Like I tasted this shit. Like,
and it turns out you were fingering your ass and licking your fingers in your sleep.
Oh, that's an actual thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a thing.
That isn't. I think Jack. What is it? Someone
Russell
had it.
Howard.
Russell Howard has that, doesn't he? Where he actually.
You were doing that, weren't you? And you're going to tell me that in a second.
No, surely I wasn't doing that.
I don't know.
Maybe I was doing that. Oh no! Oh fucking hell!
Go on, carry on.
I'm embarrassed now. I don't want. Oh, that's so disgusting. I don't know. Maybe that was the case. But what I'm thinking is, like, I've eaten shit in my lifetime, right?
Yeah. Oh,
and so
you know the taste.
I know the taste. Like, I've got memory of that taste.
So when someone says it tastes like shit, they don't know, so they can't really say it. But you've experienced it, so you can.
I know what I can explain to people.
Does it taste nice?
No, it doesn't taste nice.
Okay.
I remember waking up from that dream, probably because of how rancid the taste was, and I woke up still tasting it in my mouth.
Oh!
And so it might be, you've just like made me think maybe it was the case that I was asleep, and isn't that like a condition where you like you got a thing where you're like asleep and like shoving your finger up your ass or something?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it was just like in my brain, right? But the best way to describe
Russell Howard, he wasn't like tasting his fingers, he was just like fingering his own ass.
Oh, was he? So he didn't taste it.
He started having like blood in his shit because he was like tearing the blood vessels in his ass. So have you ever had like blood in your shit?
No, I don't think so. No, so hopefully it was just like in my mind. But the best way I could describe my shit, anyway, people's shit's probably different, right?
Do you want to know something? So I showed my boss at work the podcast the other week when we were out on a night out, and he just played a random episode, and he was just staring at me while listening to it while we're in a pub like with everyone from work.
Yeah.
And he said to like another guy I work with, he was like, "They're talking about shit at the minute. Like, we need to stop talking about shit."
Why do we keep talking about?
I don't know. I brought it up the other week with another festival. I feel like it's just fun. It's funny.
It's just shit related. We all do it, and yet we don't really talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But this is the best way to describe how shit tastes, from my recollection. Who's someone who has actually eaten shit and drunk my own piss. Oh my god, I've eaten my own shit and drunk my own piss. Best way to describe the taste of shit is that it's very, very bitter. It's like almost as if you're like drinking like bile or something.
The thing
like
is,
that.
I would put a bet on it there as well that you've like tasted your own cum.
No, I haven't tasted my own cum.
But so you haven't come into someone else's mouth and like kissed them and then tasted it?
Oh, maybe I've tasted a little bit like that. I think my cum... actually, yeah, I have tasted my cum, but like... only through that way, I think. Or maybe where I was like accidentally like ejaculated and it came on my... a little bit far in my face. But look, this isn't all about me, right? What about you? Have you tasted your own cum? You've got to be honest, right?
Probably.
Like accidentally?
Yeah.
No, not probably.
No, not like...
have you tasted your own cum?
No, I haven't like... tasted it
on purpose, being like, I wonder what this tastes like. But I don't think it tastes. I don't think it tases bad. It mustn't.
I don't know if I've tasted it or not.
I think it's probably. I think the situation, yeah, where you like making out after. I think it's just a bit sweet.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's not like
sweet.
Yeah, it's like do you know if you eat? I think it's if you eat pineapple before and then. I
love pineapple. Is my favourite snack.
Is it?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Is it? I've never seen you eat pineapple.
I used to. So back in like last summer, not this summer. Last summer, like I used to like at work, basically like rent out like spaces, and my boss was like, oh yeah, like you use like spaces, like invite some friends around. So I did, and like I had like pineapple, and me and my mates were there just playing football, just snacking on pineapple. It's like, it's so
that's so random and weird.
Yeah,
you just had pineapple.
I love it's just
pineapple's
it's so
good.
nice.
It's just like a sweet, isn't it? It's so nice. That's what I feel about grapes. It's like,
that's why I hate chocolate now, because like I never like, I eat too much and I feel sick. Like eating too much chocolate just makes you feel off.
I don't really eat chocolate that much.
Like when I have an ice cream, I'll have like oh my God, I taste it, like I'll have like vanilla. But have you ever tasted like what is it, like lemon ice sort of ice cream, where it's just basically like lemony ice? It's
refreshing.
Yeah, I love refreshing things.
Yeah, like, you know those McDonald's strawberry and lime smoothies? They're really nice.
It's like how when I got you onto iced coffees.
Oh yeah,
like,
caramel
they do
iced
these
lattes
in the UK, and I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I thought you meant like they don't do them at all, because you were like, you know, they don't do this in the UK, but you meant they don't do them in McDonald's in the UK.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
but
shit.
now they do, but they're not as good as like.
Oh, do they do?
The Americas sort of, or
yeah, and just like the portions in Canada and stuff is just so much better. But yeah, I love caramel iced lattes. I think the problem with me is that I don't drink tea, I don't drink coffee or anything like that, so I don't really get a lot of caffeine, and so I've started having caramel iced lattes, and I also take Pro Plus like most days, just as a way of like, which is just like a caffeine supplement sort of thing.
But you don't need it.
What I used to do was but it helps me. It makes me feel more awake. It makes me more like.
But that's probably like vaping does make you feel like sleepy. And I went upstairs to your room and you had like 3 vapes on the ground, so you obviously don't run about like trying to find
and just slung it on the floor. Yeah, yeah. No, but that's the thing. You're right. Vaping, I think, does make me feel sleepy, and that's another reason why I want to stop doing that, because I want to get back into exercise, and that's why caffeine.
I've been working out more recently.
Have you? Yeah.
I've got my little abs back.
And how's it make you feel in general?
Really good.
Yeah, it's good. Isn't it?
You get tired, like you actually feel tired in the day, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You just like, it has so many benefits.
Yeah, I think what's happened to me recently is that like I've been working quite a bit, but like I still feel kind of restless, and what I find is that this is the thing about this is really going off topic, and I can't even remember what we were discussing at the beginning. What were we talking about?
We
were talking about stories. Let me just say this, and then we can go back to it. But like when you like when you eat a load of pineapple, it actually makes your cum taste like pineapple and like tastes like really sweet and stuff.
Does it?
Yeah. And also like obviously the same thing with beetroot. If you eat a shitload of beetroot, you piss red. I think that happened to me once. I did it as like a bit of an experiment, and I was pissed red. Yeah. I was like, I don't know why I did that. But anyway, what was he saying? Yeah. So exercise and stuff like that. We as humans right now in this society, in this world where like a lot of things are online, a lot of the time we can work in remote situations where we're just working from home. There's not a lot of occasions, when we were back in the hunter-gatherer stage, where in order to live we had to go out every single day and like hunt and scavenge for food, burning calories.
People don't really do it now, but I'm a person who's always like go, and like with what I do with like university and coaching, I'm always like somewhat exercising there, like I'm always running about, and helping like take part in another session.
So that's good for you, but like so many people have remote jobs where they are, it might just be like a customer service thing where they just do it from home. Like if you think about it, right? Even just like this is what I mean. Even just like something as simple as getting food, right? It was crazy, right? Like the other night, and this isn't revolutionary to anyone. Everyone understands this, but it just kind of like dawned on me, right? I just wanted some food. And I was just like I was just like sitting on at home, like on my sofa, and I was like, okay, I want some food. I order the food. I think it was like 10 minutes later, some guy's knocking on my door with the food, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
This
is nuts.
All your natural instincts are just not used. I know I have a problem. Like, I just need to eat more, and I can't.
Yeah, but you don't. So what? So do you?
Honestly, it used to be an issue that I really was like really self-conscious about.
What? So do you?
Because I'm just so thin, sort of thing.
Yeah, but do you? It's not like you're anorexic where like you're disgusted by eating.
I'm not someone disgusted by eating, but like.
So you do eat.
If I have to eat, I hate like sitting down for like 2 hours having to eat. I'd rather just eat.
Who the fuck eats for 2 hours?
No, but okay, not 2 hours.
Do you feel like it's just like a?
It feels like a chore.
Really?
You have to do. Like, so you have to eat to survive, sort of thing. And if I didn't have to eat,
so say if there was a tablet that came out that had all the nutrients,
I'd take that,
and you wouldn't have to eat ever again. So if you had the choice not to eat ever again in your life, you'd do it.
I probably would now and again. Like, I'm not gonna have the tablet today. I want like the nice feeling of like having a pizza and ice cream or something. Yeah. But if I could take a tablet that was like, right, it's gonna be the equivalent of healthiest meal that's gonna fill you up. I'd be like.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
if they develop some kind of, I don't know who they is.
No, there are a lot of things out there. I mean, especially for astronauts and stuff, where they're secret, like formulas with, but they're always kind of like not as good as real life stuff. Like they're always kind of like
dehydrated food.
Yeah, and it's just like some soylent thing is just not gonna like have everything. But in my opinion, don't you think eating is a form of entertainment? You don't find it as a form of entertainment?
Yeah.
Like, but actually enjoying it and being like, oh, this is amazing. Like, don't you have that? I mean,
I do.
This is what I'm saying.
But that's what, like, sometimes it's just like.
Every time I eat, it's a form of
let's say like there's times when I finish work at like 11.
Yeah.
And I've got to get home. Then I've got to eat. But at the same time, I've got to be up at like 8 a.m. The amount of people I hear that I always have breakfast because it's like a light meal, keeps me going. And then sometimes I might have a little snack for lunch. And then my dinner, like, it'll fill me up. And it's like a lot of people don't have breakfast. And they're like, oh, why am I so lightheaded?
Yeah.
Like, have fucking cereal.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop that.
And then they're like, oh, I don't really fancy it. It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Eat it.
Just
you need to.
Do it one day. Just have like a little handful.
Yeah.
Have that. Slowly just increase the amount you're eating. And soon
do you know there's so many people.
And this thing, people, and this is why I don't like eating like at 11:30 when I get home after work. Yeah. Because then you wake up like all full and bloated and like tasting the food you had last night because you haven't given it a chance to digest. That's why people are meant to have like their meals at like 7-8 p.m. Yeah. Not like flipping 9-10 p.m. just
that's so bad.
Going to sleep.
It's really bad for your stomach as well and your gut.
That's why I don't like having full-on meals just before bed.
No, that's the worst thing you could do, apparently. But yeah, a lot of people are like that. You know, people go to work and they're like, oh, I have no energy. And then it's like, turns out they haven't eaten anything for breakfast. And it's like, what, like 3 o'clock? And they're like, oh, I haven't eaten. It's like, well, what do you expect? Like, you've got no energy. Like, your battery is low at the beginning of the day. And then you're like, starting your day without any fuel. It's like common sense. And it's the question, what annoys me is that it's just like, oh, well, I don't like it. I mean, I used to be like it when I used to go to school. I used to be sick, not physically, but I'd feel sick every time I'd have to eat, so I wouldn't do it. And then I just thought, well, I've got to do it. Like, fuck it, who cares? If you don't like it, then you're paying in some sort of respect. Like you're paying, okay, all right, well, you're eating something that you're just enduring, you're not enjoying it. But and then you could say, well, you're paying for it if you don't eat anyway, because then you're just feeling like shit for the rest of the day. So what would you rather? Have something where you're not really enjoying it for like 20 minutes, or just have a shit day? It's common sense, you know. But like a lot of people are like that, and I get it, because, you know, you're busy. Like
when I was younger, I hated drinking water.
Did you? Yeah. I've never had a problem with water.
Like that. You'd rather have like juice or something.
Yeah.
But like now, like
Water's great. You know, water's the most amazing thing. You know, when you've been like
dehydrated, hot day,
you've been
like
playing
today.
some sport, you've been playing basketball, and you were like, oh, and it's
Like,
like
if you had a fizzy, sugary drink, it wouldn't hit the same.
no,
as
it wouldn't.
Cold water.
It actually wouldn't. Do you ever sit down and like have something to eat with a bottle of like a drink of alcohol, like just as like your drink?
If I'm out with friends about to go out or something and have a meal, then yeah, but no, I wouldn't sit
Like,
down and have like, alcohol. I'm not at that point yet. I'm not, I haven't got the taste buds for that yet.
No, like a bottle of beer. Like I was on this work trip and I was at Tortillas with this guy and like this mate at work, and I got a bottle of beer and he was like, "You do like a casual beer, don't you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I do now." And I never used to. I just thought
I feel like if I'm out with people, yeah. If I was like at home having a meal, I wouldn't have like a beer.
No.
I love a good cold glass of milk as well. It's meant to be really good for you. That's so nice.
I like it before bed, a cold glass of milk before bed. Don't you think this is so? This is
like old men.
Is this an enjoyable conversation?
Like young children. This is like, I want my milkies.
If I don't have my milk, I get a bit twitchy. I get a bit funny.
Anyway, so shall I move on? Like, so I had some news stories. I just went through and I thought, like, I find.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I saw the headlines for some of these and I laughed at them a little bit.
Right.
One or two of them.
Was it like recent news stories that have happened?
Yeah, some recent, some sort of happened and have sort of come out. But like, you must have heard about the Burning Man festival in is it in Las Vegas?
I don't know anything about it.
People be on like bikes riding across the desert, partying, like all rave outfits. Like you just get fucking like people totally naked running across the desert, like just on shitload of drugs, sort of thing. No. And it made me like laugh at first, but like it's a serious story. But like police investigating death during heavy rain. It's like a man died in the rain during the festival. It's like the rain killed him. But obviously it goes in more in depth. Obviously it was like the mud and stuff, but I just found that funny.
Like a good funny name for the
got killed by rain. Imagine like that is.
I wonder if anyone's actually got killed by rain. People have definitely been killed by hail.
By drowning, yeah, but no one's had like a water drop hit their head. Shit!
No, but like hailstones, they're fucking deadly, man.
It's attacking me.
Have you ever seen like a massive fucking hailstone like that? It kills people. Yeah, it's deadly, man.
Tesco staff offered body.
Wait, so the only reason you brought that up was because of the funny headline?
No. So I can read them and I can read more into it. Which one you find the funniest sort of thing?
Okay.
So keep listening with one you want to hear.
Okay.
The more of. Tesco staff offered body cameras over crime fears.
Okay. I mean, I think it's a bit overkill for like staff to have it.
I feel like a robbery at like a Tesco, which is like a major store, is a bit weird because like you'd have a line behind you. You'd be in the queue with nothing. You just put one thing in the conveyor belt and you just hands in pockets.
It's like trying to get all like pumped
up.
Like.
And in the UK, you don't really have guns, so it'd just be a person with a knife, like give me all the money, and you'd have all these like families behind just waiting. Yeah. And it'd be fucking mental. But even then, there'd be cameras because you're
like walking through and like I was clear, and then someone just steps in front with like a massive trolley and like, oh fuck, all right, sorry, can I just get in front of you, madam? Like, all right, that's quite interesting. I actually think body cameras are good. I think it's probably a little bit overkill for like supermarket staff to wear them, but I think they're for like police officers and stuff, body cameras should be like a necessity because I just think it makes sense,
Yeah, this ain't really funny, but I thought it'd be interesting to look into and talk about the UK. But the highest number of small boat migrant crossings in a single day of 2023 recorded.
What's that? The highest? Say it again.
The highest number of small boat migrant crossings in a single day in 2023. I saw it in the news actually. Like,
right. Well, what is the number? What's the number and what's the date?
So more than 800 migrants crossed the English Channel. 15 small boats, 58 per boat, and it was on August 10th. But I feel like just like when you see those boats, it's just it's crazy. Like, why do you want it to come to the UK?
Oh, here we go.
Shit. No,
every time. I hate the UK.
It's so shit, though.
Mate, you're lucky that you're living in the UK. They come here
and they want to go back to shitty France. Trust me, it's like France is ghetto-y.
Yeah.
Like,
have you never even been to France? And you're
Yeah, I
like, France
see.
is bad.
No. But being like a football fan, you do see all like the in the live.
What's
sort
so
of
bad
videos,
about
just
the
like-
UK?
It's just shit.
That's not a good answer.
It's just everything's bad, here.
Mate,
Like
London is like one
we're
of the
told it's the
biggest
best.
capitals in the world.
the quality of life is so bad, though.
In what? How do you describe that? I mean, right now, the state of just like the economy and everything like that, especially for like, you know, the working class, very at the very bottom who can't afford jack shit, it's terrible. Don't get me wrong, especially old people having to pay for heating and stuff. People die.
I guess if I was like a fucking millionaire living,
You wouldn't
in
give
the
a
UK,
fuck.
have a penthouse and like,
But if you're a millionaire anyway.
I'd be like, that's all right.
But tell me walk me through what you think is so bad about the UK at the minute.
It's just shit. It's like the summers aren't even summer. It's just like sticky hot, and the winters are just like short days, and like
Right. So
life
it's just
just
the weather
feels boring
related.
here. It just,
Yeah.
I don't know. You have London, yeah, fine. But
I think that might be a case of you admitted before that you have a bit of a case of FOMO, where it's almost as if whatever's happening here isn't as good as what's happening somewhere else. Like the grass is always greener, sort of thing. Where it's just like, this is shit, but like everywhere else is so, like, you know what I mean. And like whatever happening here is just terrible. I mean, you're lucky. You're sort of privileged to be in living near London and stuff, which is like one of the biggest capitals in the world, right? And yet you're ungrateful.
It probably
and you think
is.
it's shit.
It probably is
But-
the biggest capital in the world, or like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean by biggest.
Yeah. But I mean, I do agree with you. I think there are some things that are shit about it, but it's the same with every country, I think.
Yeah, true. Every area has good and bad.
But anyway, yeah. What was the other thing, or was that the only one?
Young women left fighting for her life after swimming in sewage-filled Pembrokeshire Sea.
What?
So she's seen like a dirty, sewagey mess and thought, let's swim in that. I think that's so stupid.
Wait. So
Imagine just like, so a young woman, she's fighting for her life after swimming in a sewage-filled Pembrokeshire Sea. Imagine seeing like sewage and being like, I'm going to jump in there.
you're just reading the headlines.
She contracted E. coli. I think, is that when like an amoeba goes into like your head and starts eating your brain?
Oh, what?
I think that's what it is. I'm not
What
sure.
from going into the sewer?
Yeah, well, her mother was there.
Right.
Oh wait, it was the sea. So they were by the sea and they just went into the sea, but like it looked all sewagey.
Oh, what? And she died.
But like,
Did she die?
No, she's still alive. But like the mum was apparently complaining like, why the water being treated? But like, how can you fucking treat the whole sea for like sewage? Obviously, I get it. Treat the sewage water that's going into.
Yeah, the sewage water shouldn't be mixing with the sea. But that's fucking. It's so crazy. Did you hear about that guy Wayne who he was like, he's out with his mates, right?
Yeah.
I think he was British, and he saw like a slug on the floor.
Yeah.
And
Oh god.
and he was drunk, and he thought for a laugh, I'll just like eat it, right? And so like everyone was like daring him, "Ooh," and he was like, ate the slug, right? He got he got coma and died
Oh shit.
because it had a parasite on it. And you honestly, it is really shocking when you see the when you see the photos. He's just like a normal, good-looking guy, and then you see the after pictures. He's just he can't move.
That's why you're told to like pork, like definitely cook it, sort of thing. and
Yeah, it's
things
terrible.
like that.
And he's paralysed, sitting in this fucking wheelchair, all bloated in the face, and he was in a coma, and then he died. And you just think, what a way to fucking go, man.
You sound that like that. That's good. Like, what a way to go. Yeah.
Good for him. No, but it's like... you can't wrap your head around a sort of life like that. Imagine everything just
I feel
amounting
like
to that.
he's obviously
you got
watched,
killed by a slug,
He's
man.
obviously watched Harry Potter, like Ron Weasley coughing up slugs and thought it was safe or something. Like,
Yeah. But
I feel like children's shows can really give children the wrong idea.
yeah,
of,
don't
like, stuff
take
to
your
do, sort of
factual
thing.
information from Harry Potter, man.
Yeah. Last story.
Go on.
Had my phone stolen in London and I tracked it to China.
I don't understand that. Oh, right, so someone obviously like took it with them to China, did they?
Yeah, so crossing the road, someone on the bike grabbed it. He hadn't noticed it was gone.
I
and then
don't
it
think you should be a
switched
news reporter. It was crossing the road.
Well, like, what do you want me to say about it? Like, I'm not going to read it line for line. Like, in a split second, as I glanced at my phone while
There you
crossing
go,
the road
that's it.
on a quiet street in London, a bike tore past me, grabbing my phone in the process. Dun dun dun.
So it's like some pickpocketer. I mean, that's not a very interesting story, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone stole his phone and then went to China.
But I want to know whether, like, if he went there personally and went to go get it, or like whether he just called up the police there, like trying to speak Chinese. Or...
Was it you who? I think was it you or someone else who got their phone stolen, and then
I've never had a phone stolen.
and then you started seeing someone was buying like stuff on Uber Eats.
Oh wait, have I told you this story?
What was it? Who was it?
I had who was it? It was like a woman that my granddad knew or something.
Right.
And like her phone got taken, and they were using like Apple Pay or something to like buy stuff.
Oh really?
'Cause you know how like I think there's a feature where you can just do tap to pay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So like I don't know. I can't remember the exact story.
She must not have had a passcode on her phone though, because you need that. That's the problem with Apple Pay. Sometimes it's too easy. You know, we love the luxury of just not having to do anything. But
I love it. I can't remember the last time I used my actual card.
No, me neither. Like
So
it's
I can
just so
like,
fucking
keep it
easy.
At home, it's all safe.
Yeah. So what's the Burning Man? I want to hear more about the Burning Man festival. So I don't really know anything about it.
So essentially, thousands of people were stranded at the event due to bad weather. So I remember like I love like Diplo. I love like house music and stuff. So
Yeah.
I follow him. I was seeing like loads of like clips and stuff of just like him in a hot air balloon, like playing music and people riding on their bikes towards him and loads of shit like that.
Right.
But
then
like,
it just turned into a riot.
people were told to take shelter, conserve food. Like people couldn't get out there. Roads were like really muddy and stuff. And like, even like Diplo had to.
Oh, I have seen that.
He had to like walk and like hitchhike and stuff himself to like get out.
Oh,
of there.
really? I have seen that. I've seen TikToks of that where people like all their tents are just full of shit.
People
and
like
mud.
left all their like expensive e-bikes and stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's been loads of like, memes
so
about
rough.
it. Rainstorm came towards the end of the 9-day festival.
Wait, did you say someone died?
Yeah, one person died. They're looking into it.
Oh my
like, how it
god, what
happened
is
and
it
stuff.
with these festivals, man?
I don't get how you
Did
die
you not
in
hear
that-
about that festival?
But how do you die in that mud? Like there's it's 70,000 people there, so surely someone like could have helped or like.
But how did they die?
I don't know. It doesn't say. They're still looking into it.
Had someone just died at a festival? What is going on?
I just think this is why I don't like festivals. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like proper like things like that. It's just like it's
They turn into riots, man, sometimes.
yeah.
Oh, fuck that. Just the dirtiness of it. I've got a real problem, I think you have it even worse, with like uncleanliness and disorder. It pisses me off. Like, I don't like it. You know, like, I couldn't stand living with someone who doesn't pick up after their shit.
I don't have a mate. I'm not like autistic level. Like
No, but you're
everything
worse
needs to
than
be
me,
neat.
and I'm bad.
I'm not
I get
like,
pissed off.
I'm not like everything has to be neat 24/7, but just like if stuff is like a mess for like a month,
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh come on now, like
You know, when it's just someone not picking up after their weight, someone who just doesn't, like, look, I'm not asking you to pick up my shit, but just pick up your shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it just disorder just annoys me because I just think it's frustrating. Anyway, and I think you're even worse. So I'm pretty bad. I do, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just mean like disorder irritates you. It does. Like
It doesn't irritate me. It's just like
it irritates me. Maybe it's not irritating you. It's just kind of like you have to set it straight.
it's like it's better to be clean than it is to be
dirty,
messy,
yeah. But you know, are you the sort of person like this is crazy because like people
have you, like for instance, have you ever waited for someone to like get ready and they're taking like 2 hours and like I can't find this and just like, well, where do you usually leave it? I don't know.
No, that doesn't annoy me. You would annoy me in that situation because I've been in those situations where I'm looking for stuff and someone who's getting frustrated for me.
Where it is.
It's like yeah, but like you shouldn't be like you're like, so where do you put it then? You should have known where you put it. Like for like 2 hours, you're like, you should be thinking about it. You should have thought about it. It's like, fuck off. People make mistakes, man. Like that's your
but
problem.
It's like it's usually like find it earlier. Like you'll think about it last minute, and it's like no, we can't leave it. I've got to find it. You should have fucking thought about it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, my ex-girlfriend, she has this thing where like.
But to be fair, like
no, let me just say this. Right?
yeah.
She has this thing where she like she's so slow, right? So like you
see, it pisses everyone off.
You call an Uber, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, it's arriving in a minute, right?
Yeah, and then they jump in the bath.
Yeah, and she's just like still doing the makeup.
Yeah.
and then she would be like still putting on her trainers, then like talking on the phone, and I'd be like, they're outside. And she's just like 1 second.
That's why
this is annoying me. Yeah.
No, but see, that's why like I'd rather just not call it yet.
Yeah.
And then just like,
Yeah.
because at worst comes to worst, like if you're late to whatever by like 20 minutes, fine. But don't like, once you like called it or whatever, it gets a bit like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. Because like
Sort of
you're
thing.
aware. But I've
see,
tried that,
everyone
man.
gets frustrated. Everyone has I feel like it frustrates everyone.
Yeah.
But people have different points of where it starts.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like I have good patience, but it will get to a point where I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you've had 2 hours where like, or like, you know, whatever amount of time you had to like find or prepare.
Yeah.
And it's like, for instance, at uni, I was in this group. I don't know why I picked this person. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this.
Go on, say it.
They're going to watch this and they're probably going to
Don't
know
matter.
exactly who they are. But it was like, we were in a group of 4 or 5 people. And me and one guy who I did like a paired presentation with, like our paired one, we got like a first, basically. Like the presentation was so slick and smooth. We practiced it. And we had little jokes in there.
Was you like presenting
like,
some sort of thing?
And we did a 4-person presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like getting all these slides ready to present, like checking up with these guys. Right, have you actually got like reference information for these slides, this, that, getting it all organised, put together, you know, so we can actually practice it.
Right.
So we're not going into the presentation just like who's speaking next.
Yeah.
So it's awkward, yeah. And I told this guy to sort out the slides.
Yeah.
And I told him again, he's like, oh, I have. And I was like, yeah, but there's no like reference stuff. So I was like, sort it out. And he just didn't. So I just thought, fuck it, I'll leave him.
Yeah.
So when it came to the presentation,
Yeah.
the lecturer was saying like, right, but you haven't referenced that. And I was like, yeah, that was his job. And we told, like, I can show you the text. Like, I had a go at him. And it's like people can only tell,
people who
so
don't
much.
pull their fucking weight.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, and I agree. I
don't. This guy, okay, he's paying $9,000 a year to get at uni.
It's unbelievable.
It's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pull your socks up and do the fucking work. Otherwise,
you sound
what's
sarcastic
the point?
right now.
No, I mean it. I'm like, I had it at college. I mean, at least with college, they're not paying.
Yeah,
It's public,
at
public
uni, I feel
funded.
like you're going to get more people that actually want to be.
Yeah,
there
I mean,
sort of thing.
hopefully.
See, I'm doing a coaching and management course. So you think there'd be people there that like want
to be there,
are vocal
right?
and stuff. And I remember the first day of like the course, like 2 years back.
Yeah.
About 1.5 years back actually. It was just like no one was talking. These are like people who want to be coaches, managers.
Oh, really?
And just no one's like responding to anything anyone's saying. I was the one who was just like getting involved in stuff.
Well, like say like the person that the lecturer is saying, "Has anyone got any questions?" Or they want to, they want it to be like an interactive thing, and people are just sitting there like,
people are sitting like. So let's say there's about a 500 capacity of chairs,
right?
And there's only like 180, 200. So you have like the first like 50, and then it's like everyone will leave a 200 seat gap and go sit at the back.
Yeah. And
it's like, why are you all the way back? Fucking
people's lack of confidence.
You're paying $9,000 a year.
I know.
I don't care if like people like are not the best or whatever. I just care like the thoughts and efforts and like if you try.
It is pretty remarkable when you think, well, you're paying this amount of money and you're not even making the effort. You're not even taking the opportunities that you could be. It happens a lot, but this is what I think is that a lot of people are like that, incompetent and lazy. Fucking laziness pisses me off, and this is what I mean about pulling your weight. Like, see, you annoy me, right? Living with you annoys me because it's like I have to kind of like live your way. Like my rule is pull your weight and do things your way. So like,
but then
you could argue
but that's the thing. Like, if it's like live your way and pull your weight, then it's like that's kind of selfish as well. Because what if I think you're not pulling your weight and doing the most you can? So it goes both ways, sort of thing.
I think there are basic rules that we should all establish when it comes to living with people, and just like clean. Look, this isn't disputable. This is objective, right? If you make a mess and it's your mess, clean up after yourself.
I don't get how like uni halls and accommodations get to the mess there. I know you have like
I hate
a tray with all sticky, chips
fag butts stuck in like
it's just
water bottles.
Someone's put a blanket over it just because they can't be fucking bothered.
I know. Laziness and shit like that pisses me off. And what I find annoying about it is that it's kind of a disrespect to you because it's like, well, look. You know what winds me up the most? I'm going to get into this actually, or maybe I could say no. I'll talk about it this week.
Talk about it, then we'll finish.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about one thing. I want to talk about another. It was just Astro World. Did you know about Astro World? the
bit,
Travis
yeah,
Scott
yeah,
thing
yeah.
where
All
10
the-
people fucking died.
Yeah.
10 people
the
died
mosh
because
pit
they're all
stuff.
getting squashed in up to each other. It's just like, this is terrifying about festivals because they're just overbooked and stuff. But anyway,
I think that's just mosh pit, like when people like all push everyone back and then go jump into the middle. It's just that kind of thing.
yeah, but
But go on, go
there
on
was
with your
just
story.
too many people. Anyway, what I've been trying to do is that as you can see, right? I don't know if it's because I'm Hungarian, right? But like,
You're Hungarian.
yeah, I'm like a quarter Hungarian.
Oh, I didn't know.
Do you not know that?
I didn't know that.
Like I'm sometimes a little bit highly strung. I get sometimes a little bit irritated with people. Okay, people piss me off, right?
And like snapping your phone in half, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly, right.
told
I've
that
been
story.
trying to kind of be a little bit more zen, a little bit more kind of like just let things go, kind of just be relaxed, okay?
I can't take that serious when you're like sweating from the heat and stuff because it just looks like you're stressing out, but you're not. It's the heat.
But like I just think I'm gonna die at like 40, right? If I carry on like this, because I'm so highly strung sometimes. I don't think I'm terrible. Like I don't get fucking nasty or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I just get irritated easily, and it's like people just piss me off, right?
I'm surprised.
People wind me up.
Yeah.
And like this is why like I think I would struggle living with people, like especially this is what I mean at uni dorms and stuff, where people don't pull their weight and pick up after themselves, washing up, they leave shit in the sink and they just expect you to do it. This is why I think it's disrespectful, because it's like my time is less important than yours, that you're expecting me to pick up after your own
I
shit.
don't think they're expecting you. They just can't be bothered to do it themselves, and they'll leave it to whenever they. I don't understand. Just wash as you go.
I know.
It's sorted.
I know. But anyway, so I recently went to Manchester for a work trip, right? And I was staying in an Airbnb that I didn't have to, right? My boss said, "Oh, well," because the guy that I was staying with, he had already booked it with a place for me, and I said that I didn't want to stay with people. I just wanted to stay in my own hotel, because the guy that was staying in the Airbnb, he's a little bit
Crazy.
let's say. Not many people like him, right? He's just like one of these sort of people.
A nonce.
No, no. He's just narcissistic,
Okay.
right? Very rude.
Is he gonna watch this?
No, but he can if he wants, right? Very rude, arrogant. He's in his 40s, right? And he's kind of like this, thinks he's like this hot shot, right? Celebrity kind of.
So any wash and stuff, he's going to be like, Vinny, clean that now.
Well, this is the thing, right? He's just one of these people, right, who is like a man-child, but he's very successful in what he does, right? And I've got to be careful because I don't want to like name names or anything. But like he is sort of famous. I'll just say this: he's been on Joe Rogan.
He's going to know who he is.
No, but he's not going to listen. He's not going to listen.
Well,
Like, why would he listen to this?
This is going to blow up, and
I don't care. So what, man? So what? But like, look, he's sort of famous. He's been on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, not many people like him, okay? And so I decided, like, I could have stayed in my own place, but I decided, well, it's already booked. I'll just go along with it, and I'll stay in the Airbnb with him, okay?
yeah.
And usually what I do when people piss me off, I'm trying to, let me explain an example, right? He never picks up after himself, okay? He expects you to pay for everything. Obviously it gets expensed, but he will expect you to like, pay for all the groceries and the takeaways and shit like that.
Can you just say, I haven't got the money for it? And
yeah,
just,
well, you could do, yeah, but
I haven't got the money. If I had like, I'd
why?
have to contact,
Why I haven't got the money for it.
yeah, I'm trying to act all like,
yeah. I thought, fuck it, I might as well, right? But this is what he expects you to do, right? He will leave shit everywhere. Like, say he'll have a bowl of fries or something, he'll just leave it there, and he will expect you to clean it because you're like the videographer guy, and like you're kind of lower than him because he's like the guy who's on camera.
Do you know what? 'Cause I met a player from my favourite football club.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to get like coach and insight knowledge from him.
Right.
Like how the coaches he's with now are different because from like his past the coaches or managers because like they're doing so well.
Yeah.
And like he started asking me about me and my coaching after I like asked him about
Yeah,
him.
you've told me about
and
this.
like it's so I feel like you've always got to stay grounded sort of thing.
Yes.
Like I want to, because like how I try and be like kind to everyone, not just like towards like a girl I might like fancy or like a a friend I really like, I might want something from.
Right.
I try and do it for everyone. You've got to be like, you can't just give special treatment to some people. And I like to think I do that. I like to think I've proved that to you from like the past.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as someone, I think a good way of seeing how people really are is seeing how they
treat other people.
People who are like waiters, people who don't, like people who are just kind of like, you can be rude to them and nothing will really matter.
Whenever I'm at like a pub or something, I always bring like the glass back, and I
find it really awkward. I find it awkward, in a situation. No. I mean, like, I find it awkward where you're in a situation where like you're with someone who's treating a waiter like a piece of shit, or they're just rude. They don't say please and thank you. It pisses me off, and I've had friends. I
feel like I have to apologise and
it's like
and I hate that.
And so it's like this guy. He's quite successful what he does, and he's a bit of a celebrity, but unfortunately he's just had a bit of an ego inflation, and a lot of people have it when they become hot shot sort of thing, and they build a profile on that, and he's a bit narcissistic, and he's a bit rude, he's a bit mean, he doesn't say please, he doesn't say thank you, he didn't even say hello when I came in. And now usually my whole life.
Where's this going? Is it you just going to say that and then right? That's the end of the podcast.
No. You guy's a dickhead, right?
Right, bye.
No, but like usually my whole life, what I would do is I reciprocate energy back. So if someone's rude to me, I can't stand
zero rude back.
I can't stand being nice to them back. You know how some people who are just like take shit, and like a lot of people say like that's what a lot of it is like about being successful, is that you have to kind of put up with shit, but then you also have to be a bit disagreeable at times. And so it's the case of just like working out how reciprocal you have to be.
Yeah.
But like if someone's rude to me, I'll be rude to them. That's basically my principle. But sometimes it frustrates me more than it helps me. So I decided to go in with a different attitude, and it was because I read this Reddit post.
Very nice.
I wasn't very nice.
yeah. He's like, I'll do it myself.
It's like giving.
Like he was like, "Oh, my chips there. Can you pick him up?" And he just went over and grabbed his hand and was like, "Anything for you,
do you want
honey?"
a back massage? Or anything?
Yeah, it started really creeping, so you just did it all.
No, but I read this Reddit post, right, and it really resonated with me.
Go on.
And it's this, right, and it's really helped me that week when I was staying in Manchester with this guy. If you learn to be with people you don't like, you can have an amazing time. You may have found yourself many times at dinner parties or social gatherings where you didn't have much interest in the people there. In fact, you didn't even like to be there or like anyone there. But have you ever tried to consciously say to yourself, what the heck, I'm here anyways, I might as well make the best of my time? If you do this and engage in conversation with people with full attention and involvement, you may see that what you had first expected of the night or event may become something totally different. It's incredible how interesting conversations and how much fun you can have with people you didn't even like to begin with. It's just a matter of fixing your attitude a little bit. After all, we are all just people here on this planet with our own faults, struggles, and annoying habits. This quote says it all. When you consciously rise above your likes and dislikes, that is maturity. And with maturity should also come compassion, understanding, and good times. And I don't know, that quote really just resonated with me. It was just something I read online, and I thought, I'm going to go into this with a different attitude. And even though this guy's pissing me off, and there are so many things that he did that pissed me off, I decided to just kind of like give him more of a chance, I guess. Maybe just for one, that I was like living with this guy, but for two, just like, I'm going to give him a chance, you know? Yeah. Like, he has got his faults, I've got my faults, and but I'm going to give it a go. And then we ended up having a decent time, and I was less pissed off than I would have been if I just decided to give him the same energy back, and he kind of like started reciprocating my good energy back, and then towards the end of it we had a bit of a laugh, and we kind of had a good time with each other. And I thought, maybe that's how I should go in with social interactions.
So
more.
Next time you think I'm pissing you off by like
I'll
me,
just be like, that's right,
no worries, mate, and I'll sort it out. And then next time I might be like, oh, don't worry about that, I'll get that for you. You never know.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think that's a good quote, and I think that's a good thing to leave it off, and I think we should all think about that. You shouldn't judge people too harshly, because that's my problem, and I'm very highly strung, and I don't think you should die of like a heart attack at 40 years old. Have you got any final words? We didn't really give Wayne's advice. This is almost like a Vinny's advice, this episode. Well, your advice could be, I agree, or it could be something else.
craziest things with your life because you only have one life. Doesn't matter how. Just do what you want. Don't.
It's a very short life if it gets too crazy.
If people made it this far, I feel like they really are people who listen to stuff.
Right.
So whatever you want to do, stop waiting. If you got something in your mind, I remember reading something. Actually, it's like the smartest people with high IQ never go out and like just create a business and stuff because they think
they get analysis paralysis. Yeah.
That they think about all the pros and cons and they think, oh, there's loads of cons. Like I probably will fail and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like the dumber people just go out and make it. And someone listening now is probably very, got a high IQ or whatever. And I say, whatever you've got on your mind you want to do, just do it now.
You got to start it.
This is going to finish in like 40 seconds now. Just go do it right then and there and stop waiting around. Do the craziest thing that's in your head, whether that's traveling, starting a business.
Yeah. Stop waiting for the good life to begin. Make it happen.
That you've been thinking of and you think like, why haven't I messaged them in so long? Let me do it now.
That's exactly right. Make it materialise.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
There we go.